All we have to do now is wait for the Celebrity Wing inductee. Sheesh. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is. With NXT Stand and Deliver happening on Saturday afternoon and WrestleMania trying desperately to fill as many seats in AT&T Stadium as possible over the weekends, it's easy to forget that there is one pre-WrestleMania tradition: the annual WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Then again, given everything that's been going on in the world over the last 2 years, it's way too easy to forget. Especially since this should be the first ceremony in 3 years with an audience of fans, so far as I know. I guess that's probably why there are so few inductees announced so far. The last two they usually announce are the Warrior Award and the schlub who makes the Celebrity Wing. Expect Johnny Knoxville to make it in a few years. No tag teams, no factions. The only woman never really competed in the WWE too much. It's like the WWE's too busy focusing on the rest of the weekend to give too many damns about the Hall of Fame. But inductees there are. So let me tell you if they deserve to be in it or not. Spoilers. They do. They certainly do. Sharmell, Booker T's second wife, was a former Nitro girl in WCW who actually did some competing in the house that Turner decimated. The reason she never competed in the WWE was because she was injured while in the development company in Ohio Valley. But she became an interviewer before turning into a valet for Booker. The WWE network says she made an impact outside the ring, and, you know, I'm inclined to agree. In the waning days of managers in the WWE, Sharmell was important to Booker's success in the company. For 2 years before they asked to be released and slipped off to TNA, pulling a Kurt Angle, I say, she egged her hubby on and was even instrumental in his regaining the U.S. title that he brought over from WCW. Now, some may think Sharmell is only going into the Hall of Fame because of Booker T, but I respectfully disagree. Although I also disagree with her being inducted as Queen Sharmell. Like, that's all we'll ever know her for. Time? It's time! It's about damn time Vader got inducted. Sure, he wasn't in the WWE for very long, but he was also in pretty much every company WWE owns the rights to now, so that qualifies, I think. One of the best super heavyweights of his time, Vader has won titles the world over, including 3 WCW World Heavyweight Championships. He never won a title in the WWE, but he was a presence nonetheless. And I'm so happy that Vince didn't go through on his idea to call him the Mastodon. People knew him as Big Van Vader for years in WCW, and it just wouldn't sit well if they changed him into something that sounded so relatively lame. Surprisingly, he was also a pretty good tag team partner, winning titles in All Japan and New Japan, and winning a Battle Bowl in WCW, which started with him in a tag team with Mick Cactus Jack Foley. Vader was no one to mess with the world over, so yeah, he deserves the posthumous nod. Speaking of posthumous nods, who could say that they would give up their life to save their son from drowning in a rip current? That is what happened in May of 2020 in Venice Beach when Shad Gaspard, one half of the popular tag team Crime Time, told lifeguards to save his boy before getting to him. He was then pulled under and didn't appear for 3 days when his body washed up on the beach. The Warrior Award was created in 2015 for those who, quote, exhibited unwavering strength and perseverance, and who live life with the courage and compassion that embodies the indomitable spirit of its namesake, who died a mere 3 days after he himself was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Who in the hell can deny that Shad didn't do just that nearly 2 years ago? Crime Time may never be inducted as a team themselves, but Shad's courage and sacrifice will be remembered forever now. Then, of course, there's Mean Mark Callis, the Master of Pain, Texas Red, Commando, or as he's been known for nearly 3 decades, The Undertaker. Quite frankly, I'm shocked he wasn't inducted last year right after he announced his retirement. I mean, what hasn't this guy done in his career? He was an 8-time world champion, 9 if you count WCCW, Royal Rumble winner, 7-time tag champ with 4 different partners, Wake Mountain Trophy winner, though he was a last-minute substitute, and, oh yeah, 25-2 at WrestleMania, winning the first 21 in a row dating back to WrestleMania 7. Now, you know, I still think he should have had a WrestleMania rematch with Brock Lesnar to wipe out that first loss. Nearly 7-foot frame, tats along his back. When he speaks your name, it all fades to black. I've often said that Undertaker should not have retired in 2020. He should have retired long before that, probably after Roman Reigns handed him loss number 2, and he left his gloves, jacket, and large-brimmed hat in the ring at the end. But no, Vince and John Cena all but forced him to return. His recently turned 57-year-old body has seen the best and worst of times. He most definitely needed to give it up and let Michelle McCool, his third wife, take care of his feeble frame for the rest of his life. And with this honor bestowed upon him, he won't be like Goldberg or Edge. He will truly rest in peace. So, it's going to be a short show to be certain, and while I pray no celeb gets put in, I'm about as optimistic as a Ukrainian being told by Russian soldiers to come out of the subway as they won't harm them. Yeah, I went there. But everyone seems to be good enough to make the hall. Just, damn it, put Owen Hart in there for Christ's sake. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is. Stay safe. Pray for peace. And I'll see ya